It'd be like that.
Nightmare into Talum, so this is going to be an interesting one. I guess this is going to be... This is really going to see just how much Steller is going to be able to deal with Talum with minimal movement as well.
Yeah, and it's not just dealing with anybody's Talum. It's Triple G's Talum, right? He makes Talum the most interesting character. Him and Wind Charmer are probably the most interesting Talum players to watch in my honest opinion.
I've always loved watching GGG play Talum, so this is a treat.
You can watch his brain work, but also Stellar's defense is probably some of the better in the entire Caliber ecosystem. So this is like an interesting battle of creativity versus defense.
And GGG has a lot of really unique setups, if I remember correctly, and has spent a lot of time labbing out oddly specific situations.
Like that one right there. Like I would have known that would have got rung out there. Like that's crazy. The delays, the creativity with the delay to get him to hit a button and to get him like off the ring is actually
well done. Just brute forcing right through that. Stellar's use of the empowered moves as well as armor is impressive to say the least.
Yes, very impressive. His armor is very good. So, you know, Joven, as you're kind of newer to this, nice little hit there. As you watch this wall combo, I'll explain Wind Terror Charge. So Talum has a new state called I think it's like Wind Bear or something like that. I call it Wind Terror Charge, where she gets a powered up state at some of her moves to where it goes away when she's knocked down. The power of wind.
Oh, understood.
Yes. The wind, we call Wind Terror. I call Wind Terror Charge, like Wind Bear stance or whatever. But she gets like powered up on her moves. She loses it when she gets knocked down on the ground.
Interesting.
It's a very good mechanic, and she uses it, gets it after a soul attack. Oh, the read on the soul charge. Okay.
Oh, you're kidding. What? The defense from Steller is solid, and it's consistent.
Yes. Okay, wall splat here. Decides to reset. Oh, did he catch him ducking?
Big damage.
What happened?
And GGG even was ready for that, you know, post-GI with the delay, hoping that there was going to be a re-GI.
Yeah.
And even then, man, this is big brainy between these two.
Yeah, it felt like with the momentum that Triple G had, it felt like the game was over, but Steller, with his stellar defense, stayed in it.
I definitely agreed. And the one thing that's been interesting as well is GGG's been consistent with his pressure. Stellar's had to be very conscientious of that guard gauge. He's an absolute monster.
Oh, nice Sister's K underneath the high. Mr. Oki.
Great punish.
Now watch.
He's juiced.
Philly Fire Melon Juice. Who's gonna soul charge first? Is it gonna be Triple G or is it gonna be Steller? Plus 10.
Oh, there it is.
Wind Terror Charge.
Steller. Oh, I see it. So there's an indicator on underneath Talum's name for it now.
Yes. And Steller not really using the meter, but decides to back throw for the win. This is closer. It looked like GranmasGotGame had all the momentum, but here we are. Round 5.
I think GGG is a player you can never ever truly count out. Like, his momentum, I feel like, is just while he's calculating the next optimal move.
I agree, but what was that trade? Did he calculate that trade is what you're trying to tell me?
Definitely. Everything is calculated, for you see, that one exact moment would lead directly to the hit that's going to come next. And by calculating the amount of hits that Steller is blocked, he's already in the yellow. It was all planned, you see.
But it is Nightmare. All Nightmare needs is one. What?
Oh, man.
Oh, catch him stepping?
Where's my bongos? I gotta start making gorilla noises for that play.
No.
He unhinged, dude.
That was actually just wild. I don't understand how he like caught him stepping with that vertical. Because I'm pretty sure that was a vertical.
It's Soul Calibur, baby.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
GGG unleashing just an extra % of his brain power, so he's probably using like a total of like 2% for these plays. He's probably at like 3%, just went absolutely ahead of time, man. But the thing with Steller is he's able to consistently defend as well as the constant adaptation. We haven't seen him go for any consistent drills because he's been keeping the eye out for the absolute craziness and movement that GGG can exhibit.
Yeah, it's really hard. And like, oh, speaking of the drill, that's okay, nice 4-4. 4-4-B is one of the best moves in the game from Tao. I don't understand why most Talon players use it, but that move's broken. I think that move's super good.
Definitely. And the one thing that is really solid with JJJ is he doesn't always opt to whittle Nightmare down hit by hit by hit. Sometimes he's performing these really elaborate setups from halfway across and just committing to full jump-ins.
Yeah.
And he's been doing that all game. It's really impressive.
Yeah, he's really been kind of overwhelming Steller, and we'll see if Stellar's defense can kind of help him. There's some sort of OSs that he can do with some of the armor and 6A and stuff like that. Nice to be
Nice. That move's sidestep is so nasty with the lethal hit attached.
Yeah, it's so good.
And the one thing that I've noticed, when Steller, I feel like, really wants to turn that pressure on, they have been grim-striding like crazy. That little slide-in,
Okay,
he did it against Nitty.
Yeah. Soul charge, get off me. Oh, nice armor!
Oh, big lethal hit, big damage.
No just guard, loses all that health to Chip because he did not perfect guard. That is why you should perfect guard.
Did that 2B track and hit him?
He sidestep A side B. Yes. They look similar.
And I think one thing to notice too with Stellar's defense for everything that we're seeing GGG throw is they haven't moved down into any form of yellow or red guard gauge.
Yeah.
They've been playing so carefully and really upping their movement.
Yeah, interesting for Talum. So her soul attack definitely restores her guard gauge. Oh,
Ooh, big lethal.
Oh, Nightmare needs this one. Oh, nice 2-2-A to go underneath the high from Nightmare.
Stellar's Oki game has been on point as well. He's not really giving GGG an opportunity to get any crazy off the ground gimmicks either.
Yeah.
Nice empty throw for the intimidation factor.
This is the quietest the game has been so far. You hear the silence, the pin drops? Drop the combo, speaking of drops.
Big soul charge. Look at the spacing from... Whoa!
That was sick.
That was sick. Nice catch there.
Goes for the wall splat. Oh, Nightmare needs this one. Front grab,
Big
broken.
damage.
Get off me.
Look at GGG swapping around for position here as well. It's almost like they're trying to get him just to the point they'll be able to either get a quick ring out or at least be in an optimal position to set up and get a quick rotation so at least they're not liable to get absolutely yeeted against that wall.
Right. You see the soul attack? Oh.
So they're in the Wind Terror now, right?
Yes, Wind Terror charge, yes.
Understood. Wind Terror charge, oh goodness.
Drill, blocked. Lost all that damage from not perfect guarding, but now Nightmare has a lead, and he gets hit.
Oh, this is one hit. Oh, and he catches him!
The ABA, I think it was?
That was nice. And credit to GGG as well for consistently breaking those grim stride throws.
Yes. It's very hard breaking those throws like consistently because it's a guess, it's pure guess.
Yeah, I mean, if you get hit, you're gonna go head over heels, but...
Oh, the CE!
Oh my goodness! And this is gonna leave them juiced as well, coming out of it.
Yes.
This is not a good situation for GGG to be in.
He's got a bar. Oh, armors! Soul charge.
Oh, good soul charge. So, what does GGG get off of the terror charge? Wind Terror. Terror.
He gets like better 2-2-A, better 6-6-A, better get into it pretty much. Oh, and the
Got it. Whoa!
Natural. What is that? Chat. What is that natural combo? What is that natural combo? Good the Triple G. Good the Steller as well. But my question is, why does that combo on normal hit?
That was solid gameplay from Steller. I'm genuinely impressed.
Yes.
Like this, maybe it's I don't know if it's unethical to say, but like this reminds me so much of like watching Dratheon play back during like season 1.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Watching the absolute insanity, and I felt terror watching that man play. Like even though like Nitty played so well and like was commanding so much dominance, I was always just like hesitant. Like, oh man. Let's see what Steller can bring back here, even with that one little bar. In his willingness to play, you know, consistently, even with a potential guard break, and it was just, he committed. I'm thoroughly impressed.
Yes. Very, very, very good stuff there. From both competitors.
Entirely.
Let me go ahead and see. I think Triple J is next. Is he? Oh, I see. Thank you. I can't read, but yes.
Oh man, GGG and JJJ. All right, I gotta remember the syllables.
Oh yeah, let's go. Should I abbreviate that?
GGG versus JJJ just for the screenshot? Yeah, absolutely.
I think I'm going to. I hope you guys are okay with that.
Dude, I'm down bad for Team Melon Bad.
Down bad for Team Melon Bad. I respect that.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
So we're gonna have Amy versus Talum, and these characters suck. Like, as in they're both really good. I don't want to watch this match, but I have to. We have to commentate this match.
So luckily for me, you know, I've had some time to step away and decompress from the meta and current state of things. Exactly what are we going to expect in terms of, you know, the stance parries versus, you know, the absolute win terror that we've seen? Is there going to be any major changes or things we should look out for?
It's definitely going to be a lot of mid parries. Going to be a bit of a closer match. Not really. Both of these characters don't really want to space you out. They kind of want to be in your face. And the issue with this match is Amy kind of is low on damage until she gets her roses, right? Like, here's one red rose. Triple J is a fan of the red rose. It's not like white rose, you know? I understand. White rose gives you more defensive capabilities, but red rose doesn't really hinder your defensive capabilities, but gives you more damage and more offensive options. Makes it more like a mix-up machine.
I definitely do remember that, and especially when Amy dropped. I remember JJJ was one of the players that really rose to the occasion of playing Amy and making her look incredibly powerful.
Yes, I'm mad you used the rose pun, but I respect it.
JJJ is already at 4 red roses coming to this first round. And that was so back and forth. I see exactly what you were saying between the attempt for the mid parries and GGG being conscientious of that as well.
Yeah, it's one of the things that mid parry, it beats one of the best moves in the game, which is 2A. It beats a lot of Talum's options to start pressure, and so when you get Talum using her highs, like, there's mid parry again. You get Talum relying on her highs. It's really hard for her to kind of get in and stay consistent with her pressure.
Indeed, and that was a solid punish there from that slide by GGG.
Well, then she jumped the high! She jumped the high!
Wow! They just didn't stop.
She jumped the high!
She needs it.
Oh my goodness. That tree tracked?
Oh, I've missed this game so much.
Oh, that missed. Okay, nice 2-2B.
Ooh, nice to catch that.
To the damage. Okay, let's see what happens here. Let's see Oki here.
Nice follow-up there as well. Solid meter management from these two. And I will say, this has been relatively... Ooh, big hit there, and solid follow-up. But between these two, it's been relatively disrespectful. I think I've seen JJJ go for a lot of these little hits in an attempt to knock GGG out of his gimmicks. And likewise as well, you know, he's been definitely trying to throw in as many hits there, trying to force the guess on those parries.
Yeah, I mean, JJ's play is very scrappy. If you don't know how to like scramble, it's gonna be very hard to play against Jay.
Definitely, and this feels like a match, given that Amy's, conditions with the roses, you do not want to continue very long.
Right, but speaking of continuing very long, Talum is a character that I feel like she gets better in longer sets because her mixes become more effective. You're able to put ideas in people's heads, and you're able to kind of manipulate them like the little gremlin manipulator thief she is, you know?
Interesting. You want to elaborate more on that idea?
Yeah, so I hate Talum, and her mix-ups are very, like, layered. So once you implant like an idea that you're gonna do something in someone's brain, then you start giving out the gimmicks. Like once you get them to stop moving and stop and respect your pressure, then you can start like dancing on them and making your opponent really look stupid.
Interesting. So kind of as a follow-up with that, given that as these sets continue, like you said, the expectation for the mix-ups, I mean, it's not just 50-50s anymore. Because they have, with the new wind bearer stance, you can actually continue even just continuing your pressure as opposed to those pure mix-up.
Right.
Interesting.
Oh, good punish. Oh, Mash is there. Interesting. 2-2B first ledge.
JJJ is so solid, man. He's unshakable.
Really is. Nice soul charge from Triple G. Oh, delayed the BK so the mid parry doesn't get caught. Very smart there from Triple G.
Was that spin off access?
It was, yes.
Should that have tracked her? I'm not sure what tracks anymore exactly if it changes.
I don't think it should have tracked because of the timing that Triple G stepped. So I think it was a very good step it was a very good step by Triple G. So
that was. I bet you GGG allowed that, dude.
Of course.
He saw every frame and every setup.
Dude, Triple G probably knows how many rocks go off of the wall when you wall splat somebody on the win stage.
Oh, absolutely.
Just be like, yeah, it's like 7 rocks.
He knows exactly how many pixels are in Talon's eyebrows, as well as how many pixels it takes to hit you with a low.
Yeah, exactly. It might be a little creepy a little bit, but, it is what it is.
You gotta know every aspect of your character, man.
This is true. Oh, good.
No! That block!
What a block. But the interesting thing about that is Talon doesn't really get that good of a punish if you're not looking for it, right? Sure, the wall rising B is +8, so you can't really move, but it's not really all that damaging.
Definitely. And I will say the one thing here too is that JJJ has been very conscientious as well, kind of looking out for those REs coming back down, because they've blocked about 3 of them this entire round.
Yeah.
Or this entire set. And that's definitely consistent.
Yeah, very good mix-up there from Triple G. Faking the grab, going for the mid, getting the kill. Staying on the ground. The interesting thing here is Amy has 1 rose. This is extremely scary. Like, if he can't get a rose anytime soon... What? That got the spin? If he can't get a rose anytime soon, it's going to be very scary. Is it soul charge? Oh, it's might have been new string.
And they're coming in with 2 bars into this as well. And, man, you're right. Coming after the first round on the first set, they were coming out of that with 4 roses, reds. And they were able to maintain those larger hits, and it was no longer kind of little hit after little hit. JJJ was getting consistent damage off those big hits. But GGG is just not letting JJJ get a chance to do anything.
Yeah, he's getting counter hit, can't move, can't do anything.
He can't do shit.
Yeah, finally gets his roses, so this could be a comeback. He's got soul charge. Soul charge, get off me.
And that was a really subtle repositioning by JJJ there. It really put GG against the wall.
Yeah, what an interesting combo. Punish? Okay, is that not punishable?
GGG's on a rampage. That was insane.
That was very, very good stuff from Triple G. Is that punishable, chat? I'm pretty sure that was at least -12. Am I wrong? Do I truly not know my numbers?
I will say that JJJ was really, really solid in his attempt to maintain consistency with, the equal amounts of disrespect towards GGG through that whole exchange. It really changed the dynamic from that, the first round to that second round when we were really seeing the pressure applied, the earlier Red Rose. But at no point in time did I ever feel like GGG was truly in control of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Well, it's weird because Amy is the kind of character that, like, the more roses you have, the more in control that you feel, but Triple G just, like, didn't give Jay the chance to get roses. Like, it was very, very... Jay was struggling to get roses, and then Jay got frustrated and tried to mash a little bit, and then Talon's frame advantage is actually it's actually low-key very good, right? So it's definitely hard to kind of combat that, and it is an interesting matchup in and of itself, but it's definitely very interesting. But yeah, very good stuff. To address what is happening in the chat, you kind of, like, your ace is the one that protects you, but if you have a good player and you want them to be able to, you want to send them out first to test the waters, it's better to kind of have a good player not be your ace than be your ace, because if they're your ace, it kind of, like, there's a point system that's happening at hand, right? Every win in the league matters, right? So if you want to kind of maximize on your wins and minimize on your losses, so it makes sense on the strategy. But in anime, the ace is like the second final boss. This isn't an anime, but you know what is an anime? The Matcherino, exclamation point Matcherino. We got $504.70. Gonna be $554 when I put my $50 in for the OCV. Thank you, Joey, for the $100. Make sure to use up the coupon code exclamation point Matcherino for the Matcherino in chat. We're almost there. I kind of want to hit $1,000 again. Last time we hit $2,000, so it'll be a dream to hit that again. But there's an influx of events happening, so I understand if we don't even hit $2,000. But make sure to check that out. We're just going to do ads now because this could potentially be the last 2 matches of the night, depending on what happens. And I kind of want you guys, I want to get the ads out of the way so that we can have more things to look at. Quarantine League Season 2 Battle Lounge. Shout out to the Pacific Northwest guys. That's going to be happening this Friday, I think at... it's minus 8 on block? Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is going to be happening Friday. I don't know the time, but make sure to check out Twitch.tv/Battle Lounge where it happens. Bumunati Battles, Twitch.tv/Cambosa this Thursday. And then Thursday after this, 7 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you take a look at that. Make sure you join up. Same with Wednesday Night Fights. Twitch TV Big Papa Chunk. Wednesdays, if you didn't get to catch the name. 7 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific. Catch that. This Sunday, NLBC, 7 p.m. Eastern. Twitch.tv/NYC Furby. Make sure you catch that. And War of the Roses, Twitch.tv/Sinbad, who you just saw play. 2 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, and there's going to be an open lobby at 10 a.m. on Sunday. So now that the ads are out of the way, we're going to get the ace of Team Philly Fire Melon, Feremuntrus. And I'm not sure you're super familiar with Feremuntrus.
Give me the lore. I don't recognize that name, so I'm super excited.
So Feremuntrus is a guy that kind of came out when COVID just started, so he's more of an online kind of guy. But just because he started from online doesn't mean that he's an online player. He's actually a very solid player. He's gone up through the ranks of I guess the quote unquote respect when it comes to skill in this game, and he plays a very interesting Zaslamel, and the Zaslamel stuff that you see him doing, he's like the pioneer of Zaslamel tech in the Americas. Right, he's a very scary player, very good player. His costumes are pretty cool too. I will give him that on the creativity, but
wait, has this entire team been color matched? And I just now noticed it with
they all have uniforms. Every team has team colors. They all have uniforms. Yes,
that's so cool. I get it. It's Fire Melon themed.
Yeah. Also, fuck you, Slider Set Ability. Go back to Dark Souls. Anyways, Talon versus Zaslamel. I've only seen this match like 5 times in my life.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. So in this matchup, you mentioned that Feremuntrus is like a huge, like, lab individual, comes up with a lot of pioneering original tech here stateside. Do you think that he's going to have some unique things that maybe GGG hasn't seen?
Yes, but also it depends on if Triple G's watching. Like, there's footage of Feremuntrus, there's footage of all these players literally everywhere, right? So it really depends if Triple G has done his homework, right? That's really the biggest thing.
Interesting.
Nice 2-way underneath the jump.
Wow, that was an interesting duck to punish, and looks like Feremuntrus was ready to follow it up as well. But GGG just we're seeing the consistency here in the fact he doesn't really let.
What?
Really?
Can someone explain that to me?
All right. Well, given how much you've hyped up Feremuntrus here, I fully expect him to counteract that and start going for, what was it, 8A plus B, where you grab him out of the air.
Maybe, if that's even possible. The match?
I'm shook.
Me too! Like, what? He didn't jump over the mid. He RE'd and jumped through the high.
Well, that's just how it is, man. It's a solo mel. You gotta get the curse on there. Sometimes the curse comes back to you in the form of just ignoring the game's rules.
Yeah.
I bet you GGG labbed that. He knew.
He probably did.
He knew.
Just takes his meter away. See what's gonna happen here. Oh, nice. Nice little punish.
Great punish. Solid soul charge to try and maintain some of that positioning.
Oh, he's dead.
Man's on a rampage.
Yeah, Triple G doing his thing. Making people scared of the T Alim. He has not lost a game so far.
Not yet. And it's interesting, because I'm really excited to see like what Feremuntrus exactly has. To offer, because I was seeing him go for some unique punishes and setups, but GGG was just unrelenting. Any other player I feel like would have gotten hit. Like, there were multiple moments in that situation where it's like, I definitely got hit by that. I would have gotten hit by that.
Yep.
But just due to the nature of the RE cancels and appropriate flips and dodges that we're seeing from GGG, and the calculation of his steps before doing that is something I've noticed consistently, and I'm wondering how Feremuntrus is going to adapt. Because it's not just consistent pressure, we're also seeing, consistent spacing adjustments in an attempt to play outside of Feremuntrus' range.
Yes. It's interesting you talk about, Feremuntrus being like a lab monster and with his character being kind of rare, but the same can be said for Triple G. Like, not only do we know that Triple G is a lab monster, he's proven himself offline and online and offline. Nobody really plays Talon like that. So it's a little bit of unfamiliarity, like with both of these characters. These are very rare characters in the States. If you're in EU, you know what, these are more characters that are more seen, but in the United States, not really a lot of these character specialists when it comes to Talon and Zastamo. Like, we have them, but and they're all good. That's the thing. Nice RI.
The cancel! He was already ready there. Interesting. This is not a good situation for Feremuntrus to be in, because Wind Charmer already knows the ranges on all of those lineups, but he's going to go ahead and force his way through.
Oh, it's interesting, Talon had Triple G had a very high lead. Oh, the mash that's gonna be it.
You know what though? There was a very clear pacing swap there from Feremuntrus. He was definitely opting for a lot more guard break scenarios and just guard gauge damage in the swap. And as we saw earlier, it looks like although they've gained the damage or guard gauge back, they had GGG up against the wall there.
Yeah. You know what's funny? So in Season 2, the recent patch, they made Talon's RE take meter. But does anybody else see Talon having a meter deficit or an issue gaining meter? Does anybody see that, or am I just tripping?
The entire RE or only the RE cancel?
RE cancel. He's so charged twice this round.
There might. It might seem like, I can't be quoted on this, but it does seem like GGG is spacing out his RE cancels in an attempt to kind of mitigate that loss and stay up to date on this bar meter.
Yeah, it seems like every time you RE cancel, you at least absorb something, right? Which is important to kind of keep that meter gain up.
Additionally, with a lot of these RE cancels that they are doing, and with what they're hitting, they basically make up for anything they lost and then more.
Yeah. So this is death. So interestingly enough, yeah, when it comes to fighting against Zastamo, one curse you can kind of tech most things. Once you have 2 curses and above, you can't really like tech anything. Everything is kind of guaranteed. If you tech, you just take more damage. So very good stuff there. I mean, it does a grip of damage anyway, but very good stuff there from Triple G not to tech. And very good recognition of the curses that Feremuntrus had on Triple G.
Feremuntrus' entire strategy of swapping 4 curses and guard gauge damage, seemingly, has been paying off for him, as well as just opting for those consistent little hits and getting damage in where he can, as opposed to setting up some of these more elaborate things we saw in that first round.
Yeah, there it is, an RE hits. Oh, this is scary. Nice block there. But yeah, Feremuntrus is cycling through his options very well, like you said.
Solid step from GGG as well. He's consistently stopped a lot of those run-up attempts from Zas.
He's backstepped!
Oh, man!
Not dead yet. Gets the mix, gets Windbearer.
Nice catch. That's an Orb of Curse. So we could see a potential... Oh, never mind, they burned it.
Ooh, nice duck on this.
Nice duck and punish, wow!
Triple G.
GG. G.
Yeah, on a wind terror charge thing.
That's insane. That's actually wild.
Yeah, it's just been doing work. It's been doing a thing. Very good stuff there. This is the first time we've seen Triple G actually kind of start streaking. I think other couple times he's been taken, kind of taken out early, but like this is the time he's actually got his time to shine and being able to do things. So very good stuff from him. But
there's never a better time to go wild than at the Boominati League.
Exactly. All eyes are on you. All the eyes are on you. So why not perform? Yeah, here at the Boominati League. I don't know why my turbo button's still on. I don't understand. It's just, I don't know. It hasn't messed up the lobby yet, but it is what it is.
Well, I definitely think that this is a solid experience. Watching GGG just tear through. And even during those matches, he was making adjustments to his playstyle, right? Yep. But essentially his core gameplay for these mix-ups, and even like his consistent spacing, it almost forces the other player, I mean, it's not almost, it straight up forces the other player to adjust their gameplay. Mm-hmm. And then before he has to adjust his gameplay, he can just swap what mix-ups he's doing.
Yeah.
And, oh, look, Quang. Hey.
The captain.
This is the captain.
The captain of Team Philly Fire Melon Has Team
Who's Quang playing nowadays?
Oh, you can take a wild guess. I dare you.
Welcome to the
Is it the same? Has anything changed?
No, nothing has changed. He only plays his one true love, Taki.
Oh, wow. Alright. Well, I've got my refreshment here, so every 6-6 speed lethal hit that goes through, I shall take a sip of it.
Oh! Alright. You're not going to save any for the round table, you know?
The what?
The round table? The fighting game round table that's got to be at midnight Eastern, about 3 hours?
Oh, I'll go get another one out of the fridge for that.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, Taki's received a few changes. So, Taki is what I like to call a murder hornet.
Explain your reasoning.
Because she just stings you and doesn't leave you alone, and then when she hits you, it hurts. Like, look at how much damage Triple G lost.
Sounds like my ex.
Nice RE from Triple G. Honestly, sounds like mine too. Anyway, so it's a soul charge now. You're in there. DK. Oh, goes underneath the highs. Is that a ring out?
No, not quite. Maybe it's just a kill. Wow. You know, in that first 16-second span, we were already seeing yellow guard gauge on GGG. Quang is not giving them a break at all.
Yeah, the pressure that this murder hornet can actually just, you know.
Is A6 still pretty strong in this matchup, or not quite as much?
A6 is super strong. A6 is strong in every matchup.
Interesting. So now it's going to be really on GGG to kind of keep that pressure on, because I know from personal experience and like playing against Quang, like watching Quang play, like once he gets charged, he's juiced.
Yes.
But if you stop getting the momentum,
yeah. Quang is definitely one of the most. If you look at in a dictionary and looked up momentum, you would see Quang's face, 100%.
Interesting. Wow, that caught. Interesting. And the one thing that's really interesting, especially to kind of cap this out, is Quang's choice of like exactly where he's choosing to contest.
Yeah. Oh no, punish on that low. We're gonna see you through it.
Oh, it's gonna.
It's not gonna kill, but it's gonna do a grip of damage. It's probably gonna be in guts.
Let's see how they follow up with this.
Oh, try to
The
A6. Oh no.
No way.
Whoa! What?
They've got enough soul charge left to do some serious damage here.
That's a thing.
They're still alive here, just one hit away.
No, what's happening? What's going on?
What is going on? Alright, that was like I see every frame, and they were so conscientious of the next two moves ahead of each other. What was the... Oh my goodness. Hey Boom, can you play that song Jump Around?
Jump around. I could, but then I get DMCA'd.
No, don't do that.
That was wild.
Wow. And Quang was starting to adapt there towards the end, but as we could see, you know, the second GGG's pressure started letting up, Quang really started to you know, opening the can of progression swap with that momentum. And, you know, I was looking for that A6 that you mentioned was really, really strong in this matchup, but GGG hasn't given him the opportunity to even do it.
Yeah. He really hasn't. Really ducking underneath the highs, you know, wind stancing through the CE and getting a lethal hit. Who knew Talon could do that? Why can she? I'm about to play Talon.
I thought you said you were going to become a Huang picker now.
I am a Huang picker, but I'm also going to play Talon.
Oh my goodness.
I gotta learn how to fight this little gremlin.
I mean, I think it's something that you should strive for, personally.
I see what you did there. Nice pun.
I mean, you play gremlins in that game, too.
Jam is not a gremlin.
Jam is a gremlin,
Okay,
bro.
chat. If you think Jam is a gremlin, press 1. If Jam is not a gremlin, press 2. Oh my...
Oh, that's crazy, bro. Look how many ones there
wow,
are, dude. Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
That's insane.
So bad. Yo, Katamfu, thanks for the prime. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. You see all those ones?
That's all gremlin did, Jam.
Time them out. But we've got you know, a match coming up. Dubbed as Yoshi's Island or Yoshi's Port. Let's see how Omega can handle the wind terror that is Triple G.
Nice 3B from Quang there. Interesting. I'm gonna be keeping an eye out for the attempts to start ducking some of these strings, because I do know that Quang is, conscientious of what they can do, and especially if we're kind of in these interesting spacing situations like this, just like that with a 3B fishing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pivotal towards Quang's success in this matchup.
Yeah. It's interesting. Taki players say they don't know how to play the character, or they think the character's weak, and then I watch their gameplay and they do like 0 3Bs, and it's like, what? The move's a mix-up on block. The move's broken. It guard breaks. It does everything you would want except be a horizontal. Oh wait,
is that a Soul Calibur joke?
it is a Soul Calibur joke. Nice pork.
Nice cancel.
The bacon on the sausage. You know what I'm saying? Oh, minus 14. Good punish.
Oh man, they're going for the cancels, and luckily GGG was on top of it for that interrupt, and Quang just continuing forth.
Oh, nice BK. Unhand me.
Nice throw.
What a
Big.
I don't even know what that lethal hits.
Lethal hit Taki, bro.
Oh, true. Very good finish
Nice.
there from Triple G.
They're coming into this with 2 rounds of butter, 2 full sticks.
Oh, the pork shot there for being punished. Very clean execution there. Tried to A6, 2A. Nice response to that situation.
GGG's consistent use of 2A to interrupt it's impressive.
Yeah. Okay, here's the first bar.
Here we go. What are they gonna do with it?
3B out of there. Oh, what punish? He's dead. He's dead. He's out. He's gone. And y'all want to complain about Yoshi?
So we don't do that Okubo thing anymore, do we?
No.
Ooh. Oh man. Well, let's see what Quang's gonna do here. He's sitting on 2 bars of, and we've seen him use CE to great effect in the middle of GGG's strings. Between that and his increased pressure and looking for that backstep 3B, we might actually see that potential comeback here. And I believe if there's any player in this lineup, it would be Quang with the ability to do it.
Yeah, he's the captain for a reason. Oh, I was thinking he's going to soul charge or C. He definitely did the soul charge there. Now, Taki's soul charge isn't really the greatest. It's very scary on scary in I don't know what I'm trying to say. It looks scary, but in application, it's not that scary.
Oh, nice use of Quang for those plus frames. Solid defense. Oh no!
And unfortunately, that's gonna be the end of Team Philly Fire Melon.
Wow. That was impressive.
Yeah.
And I before we get to the copious amounts of praise for GGG, I just want to take a personal note and say Team Firemelon, they've provided some of the most interest, because as they went down the roster, with their unique playstyles and solid skill level across the board, they attempted to put GGG in these various situations, and honestly, the adaptation that we saw from GGG was impressive nonetheless, but each of these players, at no point in time, despite no losses on GGG's front, did I feel they were entirely outgunned or outmatched.
Yeah.
It was just GGG pulled through today, but not to say that Team Firemelon wasn't truly impressive.
Yeah. I think one of the things about the Boominati League, every player in this league is impressive. Every match is going to be insane, and every match is a tournament caliber match, which I think is the thing that I love the most. But all right, Jobin, I'm going to go interview the winning team. Is there anything that you'd like to say before I go interview them real quick?
Yeah. I guess thanks for having me, man. It's a bit nostalgic and, relatively bittersweet to be back, I've really been super busy lately, but, seeing a lot of, familiar names in chat and, a lot of, familiar players, I just can't wait for this vaccine and offlines to be back, I miss all you guys, so thanks again for having me.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks again for commentating.
Yeah, man, I'll smell you guys later.
For sure. All right, so we're gonna go raid. Kajir. Let me show a video first, but before